y'all come to YouTube right now. I am live right now. Jet Linden, what's up, Jet Linden? Oh man, I got Jet Linden checking in and tapping into the live. Yeah, fund a couple of these deals. Fund a couple of these deals. Yes. So, you know, we're gonna give people a little time to tap in. So everybody, hey, I need y'all to come right now to Loopy G REI on YouTube. Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is send the link to myself, and then I send the link back to y'all. So I want y'all to make sure that y'all are on this live.
Do me a favor. Check my Facebook and make sure it's on my Facebook page. You heard?
Man, come on, man. You ain't got everybody on now?
I'm on my phone, so I don't have a laptop where I can be checking both at the same time.
Oh, okay. So everybody, man, we gotta have everybody on right now. It's time to get on this live stream. Yes. So, I done sent the number. I done sent the link to myself. I sent the link to myself. I have to figure out my number. What's going on, everybody? Everybody come to Loopy G REI.
You there?
On YouTube, on Facebook, Loopy G. Y'all need to come on and join this extravagant event.
I can't hear nothing. Let me see.
Right here is something special. You know, I've been actually trying to get my buddy on here for a little minute now, and I finally got him onto the live stream. And hey, I want y'all to know that this guy right here has been very supportive, and we basically, I believe we started our journey right about the same time. So what I want everybody to do is go to Loopy G REI on YouTube right now, because I have none other than the one and only JJ Simmons, genius. Everybody make noise. So what I want y'all to know right now, who I have right here in front of us is none other than JJ Simmons, aka JJ Simmons, genius. Make sure you put the genius on the end of that.
Man, I can't hear nothing, son.
Respect on it on the front part.
It's breaking up back.
Oh,
look, I'm gonna log out one more time and come back.
Okay, so you gotta click out and come back in. Click out and come back in. So we're trying to get my guy on so that way he can. We're trying to get my buddy on. So let me see if I can get that in there. It won't let me. Oh man, come on now. Anyway, I'm just gonna have to tell everybody to go to YouTube anyway. So everybody, what's up? Who in the comments? Big D, what's happening, Big D? How you feeling, my brother? So right now I have to make a pit stop over here at the Airbnb. I have to make a pit stop real quick, Big D. So I'm not in front of my usual spot, but I have done a couple lives here at the Airbnb. So you know we have none other, like I said, than the one and only JJ Simmons. Am I clear? Am I clear now?
You are clear. Crystal
clear, my brother. So he got the dub hat on. So we're gonna jump right into it. We came to drop some knowledge and give y'all some clear understanding, drop some jewels. Please go to Loopy REI right now.
Cheers.
What I want you to do is go to Loopy G REI. That's the channel on YouTube. And what y'all need to do is go there. Let me pin this if I can. Pin that comment, because for whatever reason I wasn't able to put the link in there because of my phone doing some weird stuff. So JJ Simmons, what's going on, my brother?
Man, I'm cooling, you know, it's a vibe.
Yeah, right. And you all about good vibrations and great positive energy. You know, everybody that is on my Instagram, I suggest you right now click off my Instagram. That way you can actually interact with us over here on YouTube and Facebook. Like this has been consistency. So if y'all didn't see me earlier today, I was actually on the live stream with Elise. Elise and I actually have a show, and it's every other month. I mean, every other week, every other Monday on the Deal Machine live stream platform. So you definitely want to come over here to the YouTube and Facebook. That way, hey, y'all can actually show more love and interact with us. We'll most likely have a little Q&A. As long as my buddy here has some time, you know, he's going to be able to provide some extreme value to each and every one of you guys and gals and ladies and gentlemen, men, women, you know, and hey, little boys, little girls, you know, we are here making sure we're servicing the community. So this right here is dedicated to anybody who wants to see growth, whoever wants to, prosperous, you know, whoever wants to live a life of abundance, whoever wants to overcome any obstacles, challenges. You know, we want to make sure that you are living your best life and actually going after your dreams, actually having a vision, actually accomplishing goals. Right now is bag season. If y'all don't know what bag means believe, achieve, goal seasons. So you want to make sure, you know, when you put your hand in that bag, you're talking about securing the bag. The bag is whatever you think and whatever you want to be in that bag. So make sure you believe, achieve, goals, period. Hey, absolutely. We have, hey, my brother, J.J. Simmons, a.k.a. J.J. Simmons Genius. Man, I want to get right up into this, man. We have people clicking in all over the place, and I'm glad that they got a chance to tap in. Tell the people, who is J.J. Simmons without the genius? Don't go into the genius yet. Please, just give us an inside view of who J.J. Simmons as a person is, because that's one of the first persons that I met before you put the pop on it with the genius.
Man, listen, I'm a young man from Honduras. I was born in Honduras. My whole family Spanish. You know, grew up here in New Orleans. Troubled kid, you know, made a lot of bad decisions starting at 12 years old. Started selling drugs at like 15, 16, I believe. I can't remember the exact age, but it was around that gap between 14 and 17. By the grace of God, I survived 6 near-death experiences in my life. I almost literally died and lost my life over 6 times, to be exact. It was 6 times, and that's just the ones that I know about, not including the ones God blocked me from that I had no idea, right? Amen. So, you know, I'm a child of God. I'm anointed by God. I'm a speaker. God had called me to preach His word. I'm an author. I'm a father. I'm a real estate investor. And, you know, I'm J.J. Simmons. That's me, you know, the little rough draft summary of me and all my glory by the grace of God.
So to be honest with you, man, I can definitely relate to, you know, near life death experiences. Me, myself, you know, I made it out without a Purple Heart. I came from a very hostile environment, and it's places when I go through my old neighborhood, deal machine houses and things like that. You know, there's a lot of bad memories where I have to drive by houses where, you know, friends of mine was tied up and shot and killed and things like that. And it's such a negative experience. You know, I actually hosted a house, you know, in my old stomping grounds, and it had bullet holes and shotgun buckshots in it and everything. And it was one of the houses that a buddy of mine, he used to hustle out of back in the game. So, you know, I ain't, boy, you said 6 times, man. I didn't almost got killed about 2 or 3 times out here, man. And that was a while ago. But man, them near-death experiences, man, they do something to you. You know, they do something to you to where that they make you think. They make you think more lot clearly. And just like you said, you really don't know how many other near-death experiences that you actually dodged, man. So with that being said, you know, I definitely, you know, appreciate you making it out and being able to be here with all your limbs, all your phalanges, you know, looking fresh to death and still living. You see what I'm saying? At the same time. So that's one good thing about us, man. You know, we overcome these type of struggles and things like that. People don't understand that we are living legends. And the main thing about being a living legend is that we are still living because we have made it out of very, very hostile environments. So let's jump into it a little bit real quick. I do want to know, hey, does the name J.J. Simmons Genius have a special meaning? Because, boy, you had some little spice to it. You know, being from Honduras, I guess you did you some and came up, spin around, and you came up with that genius and said, I got something for y'all. I'm a genius. So I want you to let the people know, does J.J. Simmons Genius have a special meaning?
Of course, yeah, man. I see myself. The thing is that I've discovered in life that you can only be successful as high as you see yourself. The perception of yourself determines how far you go in life. You can only live at the level of your own declaration and confession. We have a lot of, positive speaking things out here today, and it's a lot of truth in it. Matter of fact, it is truth. Death in life is in the power of the tongue. So I look at myself that if I can see myself in this highest light and I speak life and genius over myself, that's the only thing is going to come out. So yes, of course it does. I believe that when God sees me, he sees a genius. Like, I believe in my genius. I believe that me personally, I believe that my mind is my greatest asset. I really, really believe that. And I'm very intentional about it. And I depend for my mind to produce ideas for me on a daily. I never forget, I read in a book a few years ago by John C. Maxwell that true story, this is powerful. It had a young man that was walking inside of a building, and it had a lady that her office was a empty room and just a chair, and all she did was look out the window all day. And when they passed by her office, and it was like, the dude was like, well, what she do here at the company? And the guy was like, all she does is think. She sits in a room and think, because the last idea she produced for the company produced like $21 million. And then he said in the book, he said, imagine if you can have a significant thought just every day. It don't have to be a major thought, but just one simple thought. But you compound that, right? The compound effect, 365 times in a year, you can just have one creative thought a day, just one of them. So I depend for my mind to create opportunities and see stuff that I normally wouldn't see. You see what I'm saying? So yes, genius, absolutely. In my mind, I'm a genius.
Hey, to be honest with you, man, I remember you and I both are familiar with Byron the investor, man, and I'm bringing him up because I want to really really give him his flowers where his flowers is due. Because, man, on Gratitude Sunday, man, he be dropping some thought provoking questions and stuff. So one of his Gratitude Sundays, I believe, was last year. He asked, what are your superpowers? For me, somebody actually just asked me that not too long ago. I'm talking about, and I just responded to it, so I already know my answer. My answer is that I can see the future. Real talk. I don't know what everybody else see, but when I have a thought process for one and for two and for three, I can see the future. And a lot of people may take it the wrong way, but that ain't my fault if you can't see the future. And for one, two things for sure, I know for sure that I can see my own future, and it is very bright. It is very destined for greatness. It's very destined for prosperity, positivity, and overabundance of wealth and health. And when he asked me that, I can see the future. Now tell somebody that, or tell me, hey, what's in store for me, so I can let you know, hey, you need to look deeper within your thought patterns and start figuring it out, because the future is right there in your face. And the future is so right there in your face is that it is basically in the past. You got to understand that we are in a time now where things are like 10 to 20 years, maybe 30 years ahead of us. And people don't even know it because their eyes are not open, they're not conscious, they are not aware. They just walking through life, just living, and not really seeing all the signs that are in their peripheral, in their eyesight. So you said, man, that genius, man, you killed it with the genius, man. And did you get positive feedback when you put the genius on there, or were you getting more negative feedback? When you drop the genius on them, I know it hurts some feelings, but let's talk about the positive feedback you got from it. All the people that was rooting for you, saying, yeah, you're a genius. Let me know about some of that positive energy that was pushed your way once you decide to put the spin on it and let these people know that you became a genius.
Well, luckily for me, my circle is amazing, and the people that I affiliate with are, geniuses themselves. You know, I ran into a young lady that I hired her to do some business for me in my real estate company. And I kept calling her a genius. And she was like, why are you calling me that? I said, well, why you just can't accept it? And when I said that, it was like, she was like, wow, you're right. I'm like, just receive it. Like, if I see genius, like she had this complex that she couldn't believe that I needed her service for what it was that she's a genius in, right? And I said, well, let me just clarify some things for you. I said, if you ran into me in the way I see myself as a chosen vessel of God. So if God saw fit for you to come into my path, you got to have some kind of glory connected to you. So just on the strength of that, I believe that this is the will of God for you to do business with me. So luckily for me, back to your question, my circle is surrounded with geniuses, you know, so I had no negativity, you know, none at all. And if I did, they didn't come to me. So it don't even matter. So, but yeah, I had a lot of positivity from everybody that I'm affiliated with because I only connect with geniuses. Absolutely.
Sometimes you may come across a few people that really just don't get it, and I
Yeah.
know that those people are just so easy to come by, and very for the most part, majority of the time, it's very seldom to come across those people that are just all about what you have going on and rooting for you no matter what. So we're gonna make sure that we keep that positive energy flowing, because my next thing is that I want to ask you, seeing that you said that you were from Honduras, let us know a little bit about what Honduras is like. What was your age gap from you living into Honduras? And then I'm gonna ask you another question about, where did you transform and transition from there? Because you actually left from Honduras and then you moved to New Orleans, Louisiana. Am I correct?
Correct.
So
Absolutely.
what is Honduras like, man?
Man, Honduras is I don't want to call it a third world country because it's not like Pakistan or nothing like that. And of course, I've never been to Pakistan. You know, TV paints this picture, right? You see, like if you see pictures of Africa, like in like Mozambique and stuff like that, or Johannesburg, and it's beautiful, but they show the kids starving, right? So the city that I'm from in Honduras is like the most touristic city in Honduras, and it's
Oh,
called
okay.
La Ceiba. But I grew up. It's
Say
beautiful, man.
that again. What's the place called? La Ceiba?
La Ceiba, yes, sir.
All right, all right, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah, La Ceiba, and so I pretty much I grew up here in America. Me and my mama and my uncle, we came here when I was 3. So it's only by the grace of God that I speak Spanish, because my mama spoke Spanish to me my whole life. But I started kindergarten here in New Orleans. But I came here at 3 years old. I went to visit 4 times, I believe, 9, 11, 13, and 15. So,
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm damn near an American, damn
Right.
near.
So you really didn't get a chance to basically embrace the whole Honduras culture.
No, not at all.
But
But just when I would go and visit, and just because all my family, most of them grew up there their whole life. I came here at 3. I came here at 3, going on 4.
okay, okay. And
Yeah.
then you said you actually moved to New Orleans, and you actually spent a lot of time in New Orleans. So you
Yeah.
know, how was life living in New Orleans?
Man, I was here from 3 to 20. When I was 20, Katrina hit, and I made 21 in Houston. But New Orleans, man, is New Orleans is a savage, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's man. It's get it how you live out here, bro. It's man. It's tough. I'm gonna tell you, man. If you survive New Orleans, my G, it's a documentary. What it's called? I think it was called New Orleans Exposed. And Soldier Slim was like, man, if you made it off, if you survive 95, 99, you a gangster. Like if you are, it's sad, but it's so true, bro. I tell you the truth. When I run into people that I haven't seen in years, and I see that they're alive, is a big deal for me. Now that's a sad thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
You basically hugging, boy. You still here? Boy,
you
what's
alive.
up? It's like that.
Yeah, no, look, no cap. When I run into dudes that I went to middle school with, high school with, and I haven't seen them since school, and I run into them and they are breathing, I'm surprised.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
my mindset, okay? Because it's just that it's that retarded out here, bro. It is retarded.
So
You know.
so let me ask you this. Okay, will in that area being that it's one of those cities where only the strong survive, and it's very hostile and things like that. I remember New Orleans, being murder number one capital, in the U.S. Plenty of times competing with other cities, and other cities couldn't even give New Orleans a run for their money because it was so much bad things going on, people dying and getting killed left and right. So
Yeah.
with that being said, when these people actually see you, okay, you're very happy to see that they're still living. But what is their thought pattern when they see you? Because I know you don't dress the same. I know your speech is different. The way you talk is different. I know your dialect may be the same. When you get to the city, you get back to speaking how you need to speak. That way you can make sure you're speaking your language fluently. But when they see you and you're speaking such positivity, you're speaking totally different. I know it's a kind of like a shock to them. Tell me a little bit about some of the reactions you get when you run into some of your old running partners.
That's a great question. I ain't gonna lie to you, dude. How can I answer this? It's like, it's sad to say it's a big deal, but it's not a big deal because for me, um, and this is just my personal belief, and this is my uh, circle of influence that I grew up around. Now, somebody else might be from New Orleans watching this, and they can't relate to what I just said. You see what I'm saying? But the era that I grew up in, it was a retarded era. Okay, it was thrown off. I saw kids become killers. So for me, um, when I run into people and they see what I'm doing, it's amazing because to them, at least from the vibes I get from them, it's like one thing I've discovered about life, period, is that a dying world is always looking for a hero. So I'm excited that I can add motivation and inspiration to people that I grew up with, and they see what I'm doing. Because in my mind, the truth is, I always felt like I was different. I just ain't know what different looked like, and I didn't know how to get on the different path. And thank God for Hurricane Katrina, because when I moved to Houston, Houston showed me what different looked like. Houston helped me. Houston unconsciously created the blueprint on how to get to the other side. How to cross the Red Sea, as you would say. Like I left Egypt, New Orleans was Egypt, and I went to Canaan in the promised land. Houston was the promised land.
So,
Straight up.
so, so you kind of answered that question a little bit, but I want you to kind of break it down in more detail. What were you going through right before Hurricane Katrina, and how was the transition from New Orleans to Houston after the hurricane? Because man, like I said, I had to witness it from the news because I was sitting down myself, so I had to sit and watch people transition to Houston, and a lot of people were staying in the arena, in the Astrodome, and things like that. It was a lot of chaos, and
Yeah.
a lot of people were misplaced and was trying to transition. So I want you to
Negative vibe.
kind of break down what you were going through in New Orleans right before the hurricane hit, and then once you got to Houston, tell us about how was the transition phase for you.
Before Katrina, I was a hip hop rapper. Me and a friend of mine, he's a prophet. He preached. Me and him both preached the word of God. We had a record label and a record group called Kings at a Round Table. Shout out to him, Sean Morris, phenomenal guy. I love him. I love him. Me and him had a record. Anyway, it was a record rap group called Kings at a Round Table, and we had a little album out, and we got on TV out here. I always been special. We was on TV out here, locally in New Orleans. We was on TV maybe for like a few weeks or whatever. And but this is to go back. This is what my mindset was like before Katrina. Before Katrina, I remember one day praying in this little efficiency that I was living in. And I remember praying, bro. And at that time I wasn't serving God. I was lost and trying to find myself. I remember I was like, God, if you can create an opportunity to make a living off my music, you know, if you can just create that opportunity for me, I needed something different, because I didn't start selling drugs because I was a hoodlum. I started selling drugs because I just wanted to make money. You know, a lot of people just love the retardedness. I didn't love the retardedness about the drug game. I just wanted to make my own money. You know what I'm saying? So before Katrina, you know, I was just looking for something different. I just wanted change. But again, like I said, I didn't know what change looked like. So then when Katrina hit, I moved to Houston. And then when I got to Houston, I began to see, and that's why I can't admit, that's why I appreciate sports so much, because when a kid sees a black athlete, because we grew up seeing black athletes our whole life, but that really affects that kid. Because I remember when I moved to Houston and I saw black entrepreneurs, it did something to me, bro. It inspired me like I can't explain. Like I remember, so back to the rap group. So me and my partner, we get to Houston and we was living in Broadway Square. Come on.
You was living in Broadway?
Broadway.
Broadway. You was living in Broadway? Broadway is like
Broadway Square, bro, right there. You goddamn right it is. So we fit right in. So we living in Broadway, and I remember this guy came to my partner apartment, and he did a album cover for our album. He did a picture, like a photo shoot for our album cover. And I remember him telling me, Nice Graphics to be exact. Shout out to Nice. I remember him telling me that that's what he'd been doing full time for years. And that affected my mind, bro. I was like, hold up. So I'm like, so you don't sell drugs? Because all I knew was drugs. You know, all I knew is, you know, you buy a QP, quarter pound of weed, you know, you bag it up, you flip it, you know, you buy, you know, $100 slab. That's all I knew. That's all I was on that Young Jeezy type kick.
We don't want to, you know, we don't want to have too deep of a flashback, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's my story. I'm blessed to say that that's so far away. It felt weird saying that just now. I'm gonna be honest. It felt so funny saying that just now. It really did. And I that's a blessing that it is weird. You know, because some people take pride in that retardedness. But anyway, so I remember seeing this and I was like, damn, so I met him, and then I met another guy, and this guy made a living off of this, and this guy made a living off of this. And in my mind, it just didn't make sense, but I knew it was real because I seen it. And I made a decision in Houston to never sell drugs again. And by the grace of God, I haven't sold drugs since 2005 when Katrina hit. So I'm blessed.
Okay. So that's gonna lead me to this question right here. So, for one, man, you put my name under your name. You was really supposed to put your name right there. So next time we're gonna have to do a part 2, and I'm gonna have you right next time. So yeah, man. How did you gain interest in real estate?
2018. I read a book called The E-Myth. In The E-Myth, it just did something for me mentally that no other book did. And I remember thinking to myself, because before The E-Myth, I was a speaker. I was selling CDs with me teaching on entrepreneurship. I had a t-shirt line. I made the news in Houston. I had a shirt sold over like 2,000 shirts or whatever. And I wrote 2 books. Matter of fact, this is my 2 books that I wrote. This one right here, I wrote this one first, Principle, Participation, Promise. And then I wrote this one right here, Become a 21st Century Entrepreneur. And
let's see how thick them books is. Hold up, show them like that. Let's see how thick the books is. You know, I want to know how much mind you put up in there. Yeah, you gave us some knowledge right there.
Yeah. What about light work? It's something light, but it's, you know,
but that's some knowledge though. That was some good knowledge though.
Right here is 15 years of my brain inside of a book, you know. So what happened for me, how I gained interest in real estate, is that I remember following Grant Cardone. And, you know, I interviewed Grant like 3 different times, and Grant kept preaching.
Uncle G?
Yeah, light, something light.
Hold on, wait a minute. Back up. Hold up. What years did you interview Uncle G, aka Grant Cardone? I ain't even met him yet, and I call him Uncle G.
Bro, I'm gonna say like 2017, 2018. You know, he invited my kids to his office in Miami. Yeah, something light work. Anyway, so yeah, you just YouTube JJ Simmons and Grant Cardone. Grant put me in a video with him, with me talking. It's like a cameo. It got like damn near 2 million views on YouTube right now. Yeah, I send you all the videos. I send them to you anyway. So he kept teaching about you got to be in the right vehicle. If you want to make the amount of money that your gift and your talent and your potential can really produce, you need to be inside the right vehicle. And I kept hearing that, and it wasn't making sense. So I remember, you know, selling my shirts and selling my books. It was always a goal. I would always try to challenge myself to hit 10K a month, and I would never hit it. Like, it was a goal for like literally, bro, like 8-10 years, and it was a goal. It was a goal. And then one day I kept hearing Grant say, you got to get in the right vehicle, because it didn't matter how much I grind. It didn't matter how much hustle I put into it. That vehicle did not produce 10 grand a month. You see? So that really got me to start thinking. And I started praying and asking God to create some kind of opportunity for me to find another industry to put my potential in to hit 10K. And then I met a guy one day. I was at a Walgreens coming out the Walgreens. They had a guy. Shout out to Mr. Anthony Newton. He was in a Rolls Royce in a Ghost. He was James St. Patrick. You heard me? He had a Rolls Royce parked in front of the Walgreens. I walked out the Walgreens, and thank God I had my books on me. I went to the car. I said, I don't know who's in this car, but I'm going to wait on this individual. And when he walked out the Walgreens, I walked up to him. I said, listen, bro, I don't know you. You don't know me. But my name's JJ Simmons. Is it possible to sit down and have a conversation with you? And like, what do you do? And how did you do it? That was my exact words. I was like, it's obviously you know something I don't know. Can I have lunch with you and just ask you some questions, bro? And by the grace of God, he agreed. We had lunch the next day at the Papa's in Houston on the north side. Okay, between West Road and all these business. Huh?
On 45.
Absolutely, on 45 on the north side, you heard? And we sat down, and he told me, he said, look, I made all my money in the medical business, but I do real estate now. And he said, all you got to do is do X, Y, and you get a check. And he explained the whole wholesaling concept to me. And I was like, damn, I heard of that. But it wasn't until I met him. True story. Let me go back. For 3 years in a row, I was praying and asking God to create a new vehicle for me. And for 3 years in a row, YouTube ads was coming on my YouTube channel. And I was skipping ads. And it was in my face the whole time, but I didn't want to believe it until I met him 3 years. So I lost 3 years being a skeptical or a skeptic. So that's how I got into real estate. I met a stranger who was gracious enough to sit down with me and have lunch with me and give me the game.
Okay, so as of right now, how long have you been a real estate investor, like actively, you know, taking action?
2 years, October 22nd.
What day it was?
October 22nd.
2018, right?
2018, yes, sir.
Yeah, so we started off at the right about the same time. This is my second year right now. It's definitely a pleasure to be able to have you on this line right now, talking about, you know, our first experiences, and then, you know, how we end up getting contact with each other and things like that. You know, so after we talk a little bit about, you know some of this real estate stuff, we're gonna definitely get into, you know, more about the person of you and these books and stuff. So, you know, you say 2 years you've been a real estate investor. You know, yes, what I'm saying? And what I like to know is, you know, what makes a great market for you?
A great market? That's
what makes
I don't know if I can answer that because I guess I would say like the quantity, you know. It's like, that's why I can't admit Houston is such a beautiful city, because it's so huge. It's like, but then again, New Orleans is so small, and I love it because it's so small, but it's busy and it's active. And, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I can answer that because I haven't been in multiple markets. And I guess, you know what, to answer it, I would say the exchanges of how many houses are being sold, right? I will say that's a great thing. That's always a good to know that multiple deals are being done inside the market. You know, like I ain't gonna lie, man, they got stupid deals out here.
Out
Yeah,
there
they
in
got
New
deals.
Orleans? In New Orleans or
At least
Houston?
in my mind, they do, and that's all that matters.
I'm saying in New Orleans?
I'm saying that from a place of faith mentally.
Right. So as are you in multiple? You say you're not in multiple markets right now?
No, sir. I'm right here.
So you haven't done any deals in Houston?
Yes, I have.
Right. So you're in multiple markets, just not right now.
Yeah, just not right now. I'm 100% focused on my backyard. 100% locked in.
Right. But you have done deals in Houston also. I remember when I first met you, you're sending It's Really Rhonda to look at a multi unit right by Yellowstone, and I actually rode over there to take a look at it for you, and that's how you and I, had gained contact with each other and things like that. And from there, we just been keeping up with each other's journey and things like that. So, what made you serious about the marketing strategies you use? What type of marketing strategies are you using to generate?
Man, we pull a list, bro. We pull a list, and we do. I drive for dollars still, but I be driving for dollars because I be putting up my signs. So it's kind of like I'm driving for dollars and putting up signs at the same time. You see, so very traditional. But one thing I learned about real estate, and this is just my own opinion, this is a business that you do not have to reinvent the wheel. It's some things that you can add your genius to, but I think real estate is just one of those. It's like pull a list, skip the list, cold call the list. Like there's nothing supernatural about that. You just got to work the work.
So can you do you mind sharing a couple of your tips on what you use to pull lists for properties? Give us some of your little secrets if you can. Drop some gems on us. If you're using a particular service, what type of service you use for pulling leads and things like that.
Man, listen, I've been so blessed. I have two assistants. I have a personal assistant and I have a virtual assistant. We pull a list from PropStream and ListSource. But my assistant can probably answer that more as far as filters. That's probably what you want to know. But
no. Just what type of platform you use?
Yeah. We good old PropStream. Matter of fact, PropStream called me today. And I'm about to get the little affiliate link. You heard me, and do my little
yeah, you got to because I have PropStream and I haven't really been promoting PropStream like I should be because PropStream is very useful. I can't give nothing but 2 thumbs up to PropStream. I really do appreciate PropStream for the service they provided. Only thing that I'll be looking more forward to is for those that are using PropStream. I know that y'all are looking forward to actually pulling these leads and actually being able to run numbers also. So there's really get it together as far as being able to run numbers like that on your prospect property. That way you can actually give out the right offers the first time, because that's very important. About that. We definitely got to have that intact when we doing marketing. So I definitely want to ask you a quick question. As far as networking, how has networking fueled your growth? We already talked about you standing outside of what it was, Walgreens, waiting for the guy to get back in his Rolls Royce Ghost, and you stepping up to him and saying, "Hey, I don't know you, you don't know me, but I have this product, and I'd like to sit down with you and know what you have going on. I like to pick your brain." That was a very move of courage. You didn't fall back on that one. You felt like you went forward, and that showed a lot of growth. So I definitely like to know, how has networking fueled your growth within this whole 2-year process? Oh no, my boy froze up. Oh, JJ Simmons, where you at? Where did the genius go? Come on, genius. Come on, genius. So we're waiting for JJ Simmons Genius to come back. So, I definitely want to know, how has networking fueled his growth? Because hey, networking, get your network together. You see what I'm saying? So you definitely want to make sure you're networking, because that's that actually adds value to you, and that increases your net worth. So hopefully we can get him back on, super quick, and then we can proceed with the live stream. So hey, anybody have any comments, any questions? Make sure you guys put that in the comment box. That way we can engage with y'all, especially if y'all have some questions, because after we actually get into this topic, definitely want to be asking him about becoming an author. So that will be my next question. Now, for those that are thinking about becoming an author, or writing, being a blogger, or being able to add value in these different forums and things like that, he's definitely gonna be able to add some value as far as how to be able to get your words out there. Make sure that your voice is being heard. Make sure your thoughts are being heard, because when you're writing a book, you're basically writing and jotting down all the things that you're thinking about, and from there you put them on the black and white in the book, and you issuing it out to the public. Hopefully I'll be able to get a little razzle dazzle on what he got going on. That way I can drop me a book, because hey, John O, the documentary is gonna be out soon. The crazy thing is, man, I've been doing so much growing. It's like I wanted to put out the documentary, John O, the documentary. I really wanted to put that out before the end of this year. But man, like, I've been going through more paradigm shifts almost on a daily basis. And hey, I'm at a point now to where I'm actually going through another transformation. And, I came out with Loopy G. And right now, I'm living legend Loopy G. So I don't know what's about to take off right now. But when I tell you, I am growing like really quick. And this growth is not slowing me down. It's blasting me off. Like, I'm on space time right now. So I'm moving basically almost at warp speed. You hear me? So I want y'all to know that my growth process is taking a serious turn for the absolute best. So I believe I'm only believing and speaking excellence into existence. You hear me? So waiting for my guy to come on. Hopefully he gets back on. He maybe was having like some small internet problems. Hopefully we can get him back on. JJ Simmons, hopefully you're ready. Are you ready? He maybe was having like yes. So can you hear me? Are you back in? We can get him back on. JJ Simmons, hopefully you're ready. Are you ready?
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, you back on. You back on. So we hearing a little feedback, so you may need to turn the feedback down a little bit. So, this is the last question I had hit you with. How has marketing fueled your growth?
Marketing is everything, bro. Marketing is the key. Marketing is
I'm talking about networking. Like networking.
Yeah. Networking. I'm sorry, networking. Networking is the key, because networking. One thing me and a friend, two friends of mine, we do a mastermind every Monday. And one thing real estate has taught me is that what I love about real estate that it has taught me is that you got to find out who you need in your life, and then you got to be able to go and find that person.
Right.
So when it comes to relationships, like, a lot of people, they don't know how to build relationships. Like, I'm very intentional about I believe in calling people. I just call people and check on them. Hey, how you doing? And it's genuine. I was thinking about you. What's going on? Blah blah blah. Just have a regular conversation. What's going on? What you doing? So I'm all about meeting people. I try to meet people every day. I'm by the grace of God, I'm already in everybody. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, networking is everything, bro. It's everything.
So I was gonna ask you, are you a part of any mastermind groups? But you basically formed a mastermind group with you and another partner, and y'all are masterminding. I've actually just joined a major mastermind group And this mastermind group is focused on making individuals and transforming them into legends. But I'm already a living legend, so everything was already fitting into place with what their system is based on. So when I actually came across the opportunity to join this mastermind group, and once I joined the mastermind group, then I figured out their end goal is to make sure that you are becoming a legend. I said, "Oh man, this fits into everything that I've contemplated, everything that I've put into spoken to existence and put on my board and goals and vision board. I want to make sure that everybody know that not only am I a legend, I'm
breaking up bad.
So so you said that you are part of a mastermind group. You basically built the mastermind group with your buddy. What is that mastermind group like?
Can you hear me clear?
Oh yeah, we can hear you clear.
Okay, it's real bad on my end. It's breaking up bad. But my mastermind, we just get on the phone every Monday, and number one, we talk about our goals and what we're struggling with, and that's pretty much it. We just have conversations on pushing each other. We hold each other accountable. Like it was by the grace of God, I needed me and my partner to get our virtual assistants on board. So it really was a launching pad for us to get those VAs, man. And shout out to my virtual assistant if she's watching this, Maddie. I love you. Tomorrow is payday, baby.
So your virtual assistants, they get commissions also?
Yes, we do bonuses per deal. We give a bonus per every deal that she closed. We tomorrow is the third deal that we've closing from her, and I'm very, very excited about it. Absolutely.
Okay. So let's talk affirmations. Do affirmations have help you with your success?
Yes.
How important are affirmations to you?
Affirmations are everything.
Oh, my boy breaking up again. You froze up. You froze up on me. You froze up. Say something now. Oh man, he froze up again. He froze up again. Come on back. Come on back. He froze up again. All right, y'all. We have some small little minor technical difficulties here. Hey, y'all let me know in the chat. Make sure it's not me on my end. If y'all see me clearly, hit the thumbs up. Let me know that y'all can see me clearly, so I can make sure it's not my connection over here. Please hit the thumbs up in the comment. Somebody give me a thumbs up. Let me know if it's me. If it's me, hit the thumbs down. But if it's not me and you can see me clearly, give me a thumbs up. Come on, somebody in the comment section. Come on, y'all. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let me know if y'all can see me clearly. Hopefully, my boy JJ Simmons Genius come on back. Definitely need him on here because we was about to get into some good topics real quick. Oh man, so look everybody, while we waiting for my guy JJ Simmons Genius to get back on here, I want to talk a little bit about affirmations. Like I go to sleep, listening to affirmations throughout the day. If I'm not busy, I have affirmations playing. When I wake up in the morning, I'm definitely on my affirmations. And what I'm doing is affirming that everything that is that's in my vision is gonna take place, is gonna take off. I don't doubt myself, not one. All right, cool. I see you. So yeah, I definitely want to make sure that I have my thought process together every day. I know what my goal is, I know what my vision is, and remember, Loopy G is an acronym. It actually stands for Level Up Property Investors Group. So I came into this business to make sure that I form a group of multi-millionaires. So you know, with that being said, I'm looking forward to sharing a lot of experiences with a lot of people. And in that process, I will be forming a group of living legends, and they'll be living legends just like I am myself. So let's see. Can you hear me clearly now?
Can you hear
Can
me?
you? I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so let's talk affirmations. You know, like I was just telling people about my affirmations. You know, I wasn't giving them detail about what I'm affirmating. You know, what I don't even know if that's a word. What I'm affirmating. Hey, if that's a word, if that ain't a word, I just made one up and I killed it, right? So yeah. Let's talk affirmations, and do affirmations help you with your success?
Absolutely. You know, your confession navigates your mindset. You know, so yeah, it does. You know, and sometimes you got to speak your affirmations until you finally really believe it yourself. You know, because a lot of times it's not, and there's nothing wrong with that because it's natural. You know, we gotta, you know, there's a scripture in the Bible that said, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Like your mind needs to be renewed daily. You know, so a lot of times it's not that you don't believe what you're saying. Excuse me. You just reprogramming your mindset for that day. You know, and believe it or not, what I'm learning about mindset is that after having so many positive days, man, it's just like you like kick into a gear that your mind is locked in every day. Like my mind been locked in every day. You know, I've had bad moments, but I haven't had a bad day in a long time.
What are affirmations to you?
Um, to me personally, there are declarations of my faith. And what I want to see happen in my life.
So are your affirmations more visual or they're more thought patterns? So me, I listen to affirmations like I listen to Bob Proctor most likely every morning or every night. I either listen to, you know, I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis, and it plays it over and over again. Sometimes I watch visual affirmations with very positive words being spoken with very soft music, and they're showing, you know, beautiful things, beautiful places, you know, wonderful looking environment, you know, exquisite lifestyles and things like that. So it's showing these types of things that, you know, I want an overabundance of. That way, you know, I can, you know, see more in life, enjoy more out of life, you know, witness more in life. So what, you know, what are your type of affirmations that you like the most? Do you have a vision board? Tell us like what's your affirmations?
My affirmations are Bible based. Like I find different verses in the Bible that have ignited moments of faith for me, and I declare the word of God over my life, and also goals. So it's like written down stuff. I do have a vision board. I don't have it with me because I just moved into this new spot, and I haven't brought it with me, but I do plan on creating one here or bringing the one that I had over here. But it's more like declarations, you know,
Okay.
declarations.
Okay. Cool. So you know, like next thing I want to know about is, you know, what gave you the idea to become an author?
I just felt like, you know, God had given me a message and that I was qualified to document it. You know, like I was telling you a few weeks ago, you know, my mentor, Dr. Mike Murdoch, you know, he said, you know, books can go where you can't go, stay where you can't stay. You know, so books are everlasting; they live forever, and they will outlive me and you. You know, and it's a beautiful thing that, you know, 300 years from now, you know, my great grandchildren or whatever, they're gonna see, you know, their great grandfather wrote a book, wrote multiple, you know. So writing a book is one of the easiest ways to duplicate yourself. But yeah, long story short, I just felt like my message was worthy, and to simplify, God told me to write the book. Let me just say that, because it was more about an assignment from God than my own idea, you know. So it was more so on that level.
All right, cool. Can you give us a few activities that are usual for first time and beginning authors?
Oh man, that's a good one. Don't complicate the simple. Learn to simplify the complicated. You know, a lot of first-time authors, they want to write in their head. They'll never admit this verbally, but in their head, they want to write a book that's the size of the 48 Laws of Power. And I believe it's a strategy from the enemy to keep people away from being productive. Like my first book was very slim. Let me see how many chapters. I always forget. I think I only got like 12 chapters, but the chapters are extremely short. You know, let me see.
Hey, y'all come to YouTube right now. Loopy GREI on YouTube. Y'all come over here and show some love.
Principal Participation Promise, 14 chapters. You know, and it's very, and it was very. So my thing is, don't complicate the simple. And like I tell people, you know, don't. I had a lady. I'll tell you a story. I had a lady who wanted me to coach her in writing a book, and this was in 2018. And I was like, "So you've been writing one book for 18 years?" She was like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, look, do me." This is exactly what I told her. No cap. I said, "Well, do me a favor." I said, "Don't write the book until you're dead. Let your kids write the book for you." And she was like, "What you mean?" I said, "Because as long as you're alive, you're gonna keep feeling like there is more to add." So what I meant by that is, don't overdo it. Like when I'm writing a book and I'm writing a chapter, if I don't get an idea to add to that chapter, I don't try to add to it just because it looks undone. I just leave it as it is. You know, because the truth is, on a behind the scene, people don't read anyway, bro. Like what many people don't know for my first time authors is that you're not writing a book for other people, you're writing it for yourself. People don't read. 1% of the world read. So for you to be stressing your mind on not wanting to add or write certain things in a book because you think somebody might not like this, or they not going to read this part, or this might offend somebody, you wasting your time. 99% of the people that buy your book ain't going to read it. They're just going to buy it to support you. So you having a bunch of unnecessary thoughts that adds no value.
So for the people that are you know, first time authors and beginners, like, you know, the few activities that are usual are them feeling like they still need to put this in there, they need to add to it, it's never done. That's the few activities that are usual for a first time author and beginner authors. That is like a stumbling block basically of
yes, because we write trying to adopt the mindset of 7 billion people that's on this earth.
Okay, so
when I write a book, I don't write books for other people. I write them.
Right. So what are the you know, were there any struggles and or roadblocks to get that first book out that you wrote?
Just, you know, finding the right information on how to get it printed and stuff like that. I mean, but Amazon has a company called Kindle Direct Publishing that do everything for you. So once I made my mind up that I was going to get it done, honestly, no. The toughest part is actually disciplining yourself to write. After that, everything damn near easy.
All right. So with that being said, you know, what was the main struggle or the main roadblock that was slowing down the process from you getting that first book out that had nothing to do with you?
None.
Oh, so you got your first book out with no problem?
Yeah, it was with no problem.
So as far as connections,
the main thing is overcoming yourself. Everything else after that is a piece of cake.
All right, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let me ask you this quick question, because this is a very important question. Hold on, let me see what they say in the comments. All right, Kristen Myers, what's happening, Myers? What's happening? What's happening, my bro? Yeah, man. So he probably following you on Instagram too. So let me ask you this real quick, man. Did you see a better chance to make a difference with your life in Houston? Like when you came here to Houston, and you saw the opportunities that you were able to see that was right in front of you? Were you like, hey man, this is one of those places, this is one of those moments where I can seriously turn my life around and make a difference? Did you see it instantly that this was the place for you to change, make a difference? Did you see that transitioning from New Orleans to here was really where you needed to go to actually put you through another paradigm shift?
Absolutely. Just the size of Houston alone was enough.
Right, it's a lot of space out here, man. There's a lot of space out here.
Bro, you can put New Orleans in Houston probably 4 times.
Oh yeah, and that's just the city. That ain't even the outskirts.
Right, absolutely. So
yeah. Give me your thoughts, man, on generational wealth and entrepreneurship in general.
Generational wealth is easy, man. It's passive income. Generational wealth is just another big word for passive income, because if it ain't passive, you can't pass it to the next generation.
Oh man, preach. Tell me about it. Yeah, tell me about it. So, with books, that's a form of passive income. Am I correct?
Passive, and also, say it again.
The books you've written, that's a form of passive income. Am I correct?
Not really, because it's not on a monthly basis. It's more on the earned income side. Passive income.
So with the real estate, are you starting to collect more properties than just wholesaling? That way you can start generating that passive income.
I haven't got my first rental yet. We just been letting them go, but that is a goal, man. I've been really pushing for the last 4 months, and I've had opportunities. It's just it wasn't right. But 2020, really not 2021. I already started in my head.
Start right now because it took a conversation with me and my boy Chevy in Louisiana. He in Shreveport. Me and him and I had a talk. Yeah, him and I had a huh? Hey, you breaking up real bad. You breaking up real bad. All right, everybody. Let's see. JJ, you back? You still you freezing up on me. You freezing up on me. Can you hear me? So everybody, we trying to get everything back good as far as the signal. What's happening, man? Man, my boy Kristen, man. Hey, man, we need to link up. We need to link up, man. How are you impacting others on your entrepreneurial journey? So me myself personally, man, I've been impacting people from day one. People have been reaching out to me on Instagram ever since I came into this business, because I came into this business thriving, hitting the flow, running extra hard, getting out, driving for dollars, and actually promoting a couple of brands at the same time. So people really took me serious and took a liking to me. So what I did was provide the actual service to the community in general, just to be able to jump in the car with me, ride around, drive for dollars, and that actually helped landed a few people their first deals. You know, so I'm definitely making sure that I'm impacting others, and then on top of that, you know, what I'm doing is like I'm transforming some of these trap houses and these bandos in and outside of my community. So, you know, I done shut down a few dope spots. You know what I'm saying? Like I done actually transformed a couple you know, bandos where, you know, homeless people and you know, drug addicts was actually living in. So I'm making sure I'm providing a particular service to my community in general also. So my entrepreneurship has been amazing. You know, for those that don't know, LUPG actually is an acronym. It actually stands for Level Up Property Investors Group. So I came into this business with my mind, my mission, my vision, and my goal is actually to form a group of multimillionaires. You know, so I'm very impactful. You know, I was actually impacting my community in the most horrible way just a few years ago. And now look at me, voila, I'm doing something extra positive, making sure I put forth a very solid effort to make sure I not only, you know, transform the way some of these properties look in the community to make it pop a little bit and to make it, you know, look a whole lot better than what it was looking like. You know, I'm a part of where people are helping gentrify certain neighborhoods also, you know, to where that we can be actually boosting up our own property value. But those that are not aware of what's going on are the ones that are missing out, and definitely are the ones that are complaining. But it ain't our fault. We just making sure that we making the right moves happen. Yeah, man. So he said, Kristen Myers say definitely get at least one rental or note under your belt for passive income. No matter the cash flow, passive is always a win. Yes, so man, matter of fact, right now I'm over here at my Airbnb out here in Midtown, right here by Phil and Darius, right off the freeway, off of 288 and 45. You know, if y'all need a Airbnb, you know, y'all can look it up. Shit, I believe we the only ones right here with a 4-story townhouse with a spectacular view, an amazing view. You see what I'm saying? So like I talked one phone call with my boy Chevy, and he was like, man, I got 5 properties in like 6 months. I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, I'm working on number 10 right now. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, man, they came quick. I was like, oh no, man, I got to step it up. And within a matter of 6 months, you know, I ended up getting about 5 to 6 properties under my belt, and it took a lot of grit, a lot of ground. I just made sure I put forth a solid effort to make sure my moves, they were solid, and when I, you know, put each foot on the concrete, it shook the ground for real. So any other questions? You know, hopefully we can get JJ Simmons back on. If not, you know, we'll be trying to make sure we get a part 2 shaking, you know, because he actually has some more knowledge and some more value to add, not only to myself, but to the marketplace, and not only to the marketplace, but to the community in general. So Myers, man, we definitely need to link up, man. Hit me in my DM, man. You've been following me for some time now, man. It'll be a pleasure to be able to chop it up with you, figure out how you and I can make some moves, man, because, man, I'm all about building, adding value. One thing I don't waste time, so I'm going to value your time. Hey, just value mine. Let's see if we can put something together. Like, Houston is too small for me. Yeah, man, hit me up, man. My number is actually in my DM. Like I don't do no hiding, you know. I'm easy. I'm very accessible. I'm easy to find. Like, I ain't hard to find. Hit me in my DM. I believe in pulling up. Seriously. So, anybody else have any other questions, and anybody have anything they want to add to this live stream? Hopefully, we can get JJ Simmons, genius, back on here before I need to shut it down, because, like I said, I'm over here at the Airbnb. Do have a few errands to run, and I do need to get back on my education, because learning is the key, man. Education is the key. So I have a few meetings I have to have, and I have to make sure I'm being prepared for tomorrow. So, hey, do anybody have any questions? You know, we want to make sure we get some questions answered, make sure I pass out some positive energy, and make sure that, hey, if I can't add value to you, I definitely want to be able to add value to your business and whatever else you got going on. So, you know, drop a comment real quick. That way I can get a question or two answered. That way y'all can see that this right here is very engageable. You can engage with us on this platform. So man, man, for some reason I wasn't able to put the link into my my Instagram. So I actually have my Instagram live on. Really wanted to get everybody coming on to the YouTube and Facebook, but I couldn't pin my thing in there for some reason. Like, man, I don't know what's going on with Instagram. So I'm gonna have to make sure I do it a different type of way. But with this platform right here, I am on Facebook Live. I am on YouTube Live, all at the same time and simultaneously. Plus, your boy is on Instagram Live. So in a minute, I will be putting the LinkedIn on here. I believe I can actually be on LinkedIn also. So it looked like Mr. JJ Simmons, shoot, I don't know if he'll be able to get back on here, but hey, we may have to do a part 2, you know. So do anybody have any questions? Because I'm basically gonna have to shut this one down, you know. You guys, you know, it was a pleasure speaking with you. I did 2 live streams today. I actually have a live stream show with Elise from Deal Machine. So we actually have a show every other Monday, and we on at 2 p.m. Eastern time, which is 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 12 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern West Coast Pacific Time. Man, I'll be all over the place, man, trying to learn these time zones now. Loopy G is not only national, Loopy G is global. So, hey, I even got people representing and supporting Loopy G way out in South Africa, man, and in other places. So, man, it definitely been a pleasure to be able to rock with y'all and be able to add and provide extreme value. Yeah, that's what I'm on. Yeah, man, StreamYard. So if you're not, man, I need to get I need to call StreamYard because I'm gonna be promoting StreamYard too, man. I will become a brand ambassador for any company that I'm shouting out, because I have to make sure that I am compensated for driving traffic in their direction. Traffic meaning, you know, people like you guys that actually need to utilize this platform to get your message out. So hey, man, 1 thing, 2 things for sure. What y'all and who y'all are looking at right now is Loopy G, aka Living Legend Loopy. To all my multi-millionaire legends, let's get it. Peace.